here is singer-songwriter, broadcaster, audio-video artist, entertainment agent, and your host. It's the master storyteller himself, James Kevin O'Connor.
Hey, welcome back again, everybody, to Podcasting Your Global Career. So glad you guys are here once again, and I've got a great guest, as usual. We don't have average guests on this show, do we ever? And I want to just ask you guys if you do me a huge favor, and please share this show with somebody. I know a lot of people out there are digging it, but they don't know about it. So I'm counting on you to influence them to please download and subscribe to this show and also share it with somebody. So let's get into who we're going to interview today. His name is Rodney Waits. He's a successful and accomplished entrepreneur who has a passion for helping others. He's a real estate mogul. With a background in real estate, Rodney has built a reputation for being a reliable and trustworthy business partner. And I had the pleasure of meeting him in Salt Lake City just recently. And we did this interview together, and I can't tell you what a thrill it was and a really good time. He's also an icon agent with EXP, meaning he is in the top 5% of the company, which speaks to his level of expertise and success in the industry. You better strap up your seatbelts because we're taking a ride today from the Music City all the way to the Salt Lake City to hang out with Rodney Waits. Welcome to the Dharmic Evolution podcast. And today I'm delighted to have Rodney Waits with us. And you guys waited patiently, and here he is. Rod, welcome to the show.
That's always there, brother. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're in Salt Lake City having a blast at this podcast, sort of a conference meeting, meet and greet. It's just amazing. And, tell us about what you do, what your brand is, how, sir.
Love that question. So I do many things. I like to coin myself as an inspired serial entrepreneur. I've built most of my business in real estate. Okay. I have an active real estate practice now, serving buyers, sellers, and investors in the Emerald Coast of Florida. So if anyone's ever looking for an investment property or anything that's in that side of the world, I could definitely help them with that.
Where is the Emerald Coast?
That's in Destin, Panama City Beach, Navarre, Pensacola.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the west side?
It's considered the Panhandle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Very close to Alabama.
But
been there since probably 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty good long time.
Awesome. Yeah. That part of Florida, I did some investigating down there. I actually drove all the way down the East Coast, back up the West Side, and stayed in St. Pete's and Tampa.
Awesome.
And then headed Nashville and Kentucky. I did it's just meeting people. And it was sort of right around before the pandemic that I said, I want to just go out. And I love that part of Florida.
Yes, and I love Nashville.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So this real estate, are you set up as, you do rentals or buy and sell or just hold? What is your business?
So I'm an investor myself,
okay,
but I predominantly help investors. So if they have like a buy and hold or like a flip or anything they're wanting to create some passive cash flow on, I can help them with that.
Right.
And I typically actually work for investments for myself in wholesaling, sub-2 financing, and the whole other side of real estate.
Right.
So I like to find ways real estate can open up more ways to open someone's mind.
Yeah.
And I myself have been in general real estate now for like 7 years. So now working in that other side of the business and becoming an investor and actively helping more people, that's really helped me meet a lot of awesome.
Yeah. Where do you see the market going? I've been reading a lot, as many people have, about the housing markets getting ready to crash. And, of course, I think you take everything and you cut it in half and say, all right, you get some half truths and some of it I see. But where do you stand on where the market is now?
So it's a great question. I feel that if people are always saying that they have a preconceived notion of it crashing, that they're relating it to the biggest crash.
Yeah.
So I think oftentimes we just look and do a pros and cons list of how we can compare those two markets. The market before people are getting heartbeat loans. I mean, if you had a heartbeat, you got a loan, you got multiple loans.
Right.
Now there's a much bigger way to actually qualify people, and equity's the highest it's ever been, and people are holding that equity in a very uncertain time.
Yeah.
We just had COVID. We just had all these things that could prevent people from seeing a lot of cash flow in their business,
Right.
or just cash flow in their job. So where are you going to get the actual money?
Yeah.
Probably from your house.
Right.
So I still see it being able to regulate in multiple markets, but I can't speak for the entire nation.
Yeah.
I just know that in our side of things, we're very well insulated because we have 3 major military installations.
Right.
And that's very, very big for all the people that are going to be coming into that side of Florida.
Yeah.
And they're always going to need places to buy, places to stay, and places to sell when they leave.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as far as, so you're not really looking, well, you are looking for customers, but how do you get connected with people that you're serving in that space?
I love that you asked that. That's why I have the podcast, Impact is Greater Than Influence,
Right.
is because I'm told to niche down quite a few times. I'm told to go after a certain amount of things that could bring me more people that can resonate with what I can have the best expertise in.
Right.
What better expertise to have in than yourself?
Yeah.
So I'm actually finding more and more people that can resonate with working with an inspired serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to have their day uplifted. They need to figure out what step they can take next in life to actually create their dreams, make their vision of opening a restaurant possible, make their vision of opening up a pressure washing company possible. That's the people that I actually align with the most because I've had so much business experience in so many different niches.
So that's the title of your podcast. Impact is Greater Than Influence.
That's right.
That's awesome. I love it. So you can help me in the
Please.
future.
Yeah.
I have a big goal. It's to build a center comparable to the Nashville Rescue. Because when I was living in Tennessee for 2 years, I would get up every Sunday, like very early, go down and help serve like 500 homeless men, in the kitchen line. And they 7 days a week, 3 meals a day, 365. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen of just an outpouring of relief who are like really struggling. So in my future sometime, I want to replicate something similar. So I'm going to ask you to help.
Please. Anything I could do. Yeah, I have some like-minded goals for another sector of people that I believe kind of not only need the help, but that I can understand.
Yeah.
So I'm really open-hearted when it comes to that. And I love that people want to tie their efforts of how they can grow success, fulfillment to helping others. That's what it's about. Man.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a lot of partners. Do you have, people who support your vision, who work with on a consistent basis?
Yes.
And so how did you get connected with these people? Process, it took a long time? Or,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it almost took a lifetime.
Yeah.
I think that when you find the people that I call them lifers,
Okay.
people that are going to be around for life. They
Yeah.
support you. They support your vision. They support your heart.
Right.
And the money's always going to be a byproduct, and it's going to be necessary for all of us to live.
Yeah.
But when you can find a way to keep people in constant alignment with what brings them fulfillment and makes them money, there's no better way to do business.
Yeah.
I've actually had a best friend of mine that actually went into the military for 12 years.
Right.
And he came back and he was like, I'd like to work with you. And I'm like, great, let's do it. So I put him in front of the people and the contacts of the things that I was building in the wholesaling space and in the investment side of real estate. And he was able to help me get multiple people the solution they were looking for.
Yeah.
And that's important because I not only got to show him that I believe in him, but we got to work together. We got to synergize. And a lot of times it's very hard to mix friends and business.
Yeah.
Kind of like going into like your first roommate. You always think like, I'm going to move in with my best friend.
Yeah.
And then things go crazy because you never know who people are. But
sometimes you're not a best friend for a while.
That's right. It's actually oftentimes happened to me.
Yeah.
And I just found that if I can truly trust them with my vision, I'm going to do anything and everything I can to help them find their skill set and their God-given gift that we can use to go and build, and I'll help them, empower them, and get them introduced to whoever I know who can believe in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of your personal habits. You get up in the morning, run, coffee, sit, meditate, prayer. What do you do to get ready?
All the above.
Brilliant.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'll actually tell you, it's been on overdrive lately. We talked about it maybe briefly last night, but I'm doing a challenge. That's why I did the no bread, no cheese.
Right.
I'm doing a challenge right now, and I'm day 11, and it's called 75 Hard. You heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No.
so 75 Hard's the thing that Andy Priscilla founded, and he's a really great motivator and a great businessman as well.
Yeah.
And he said that 75 Hard was about reading 10 pages a day of a self-development book, drinking a gallon of water a day, doing 2 workouts. One has to be outside. So can you imagine that this morning, this Utah weather?
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
I was freezing, man.
Yeah.
And then you also have to take a progress picture per day.
All right.
And then lastly, you have to make certain that you do one more thing. I have the picture. We have the
writing.
No, it's not writing. I'm very drawn and blank now, but every single day I've been able to do this challenge, and it's been able to make me just question, like, what's next for me? It just opens you up. So like my morning routine before that, hopefully I'll come back to it later. But my morning routine before that was I wake up and I go straight to taking my dogs out. And during taking my dogs out, I'm just praying. I'm thanking God. I'm getting in that gratitude mindset.
Right.
And then when I go in immediately, I write down 5 to 10 things I'm grateful for. Sometimes it'll go on and on, but it's just to prime me and get that best energy that I need for the day. Yeah. And I go straight to the gym. I usually use like a pre-workout, or maybe sometimes I'll take some creatine or something. And when I get back, I either take a very, very cold shower, or I go into like a warm shower and then turn it cold before I get off.
Right.
I just need something to kind of shock my body.
Yeah.
And I actually do cold therapy as well. We have a plunge on Grayton Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Oh,
and we do it every Thursday in a group. And it's like really, really ice cold bath. And we're all there supporting each other, and we're all there for the same reason. Like we want the health benefits, but we also like the challenge.
Yeah. I have a dear friend of mine who's he's an ART specialist / chiropractor, active release technique. You've heard of that, but he does the cold plunge, and he's gone out and chopped holes in the ice. I mean, it's just
he's on it.
Yeah, he's
That's
he's
awesome.
unbelievable.
I bet that actually contributes to a lot of whatever work ethic he's gained from it.
Yeah,
because like it puts you in this momentum stage.
Yeah,
like
he
you just
built
get
a great
swung.
business.
Perfect.
Having this, this mindset.
Yes.
What do you like to do when you're doing chill time? Like when you're not working? What's like that?
Chill time to me, honestly, if I had to be really like specific, it is either a movie, or it's like a series.
Yeah.
Like you would think an entrepreneur like me who's always busy doesn't have time to sit in front of it. And honestly, I probably shouldn't as much as I have.
Yeah.
But there's something about just connecting with the stories and the cinematics and the actual like production value of a series or a movie that just has me fully focused in and just enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the creative imagination, the lighting was incredible.
I believe so too. And the story behind the story.
Yeah.
Like me and my girlfriend would be sitting there watching something, and I'm like, did you see that? Or did you notice that? She's like, no, only you would. And I'm like, yeah, because I just seen that. And you just catch these little things.
Yeah.
Little
Details.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite thing.
Yeah. That's something else. So you're flying back tonight.
Yep.
Are you Southwest?
I'm actually Delta.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I heard about Southwest.
Did they delay the airlines?
I saw a flash on a news screen somewhere, a big blurb that didn't look very promising.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
And it was so funny when I came out here, the Delta flight attendants were talking in the back, and all I heard them talking about the latest Southwest problem. So I don't know what's going on, but you're better off with this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've flown Delta a couple times. I really like them, but the best place that I've ever went flying with them is Ecuador.
Yeah.
And I got to go to Ecuador for the past 3 years now, and I plan on going back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Awesome. Traveling to another country or something.
Yeah. I haven't been there. I've been to Buenos Aires, places like that. But tell me what else you love.
Honestly, I love to play guitar. I love to sing.
Yeah.
I love to actually use any type of time I can to just go and do something that challenges, whether it's a run up a hill, whether it's going skateboarding, whether it's doing something that's going to possibly get me hurt almost always.
Yeah.
I just like to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we took up rock climbing.
All right.
I've done indoor rock climbing so many times now, and I want to do out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think that's going to be something I got to be very careful about, but I just like to do things that most people see as not dangerous, but they're like, whoa, I don't know if I'd do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'd love to plan a skydiving.
Yeah.
And you ask my girl, and she'll barely go on the Sky Bridge
Yeah.
in Pigeon Forge.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But those things, I just like to figure out what I want to do to just make me feel alive. Because no matter what, in those moments, you can have something that's for free or just barely any cost at all and enjoy it to its fullness.
Yeah. Yeah. Walking in the woods.
That's it.
You know,
Something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I've done the skydiving thing. That was pretty awesome. What was the other thing?
For what? Rock climbing.
Rock climbing.
Yes.
Now that one is, I've done a lot of that. I haven't done it in a while now, a few years, but I climb in the Shawangunk Mountains, New York.
Wow.
And they're the hardest rock surface in the world, and they're vertical, straight up. So perfect climb, you know.
Yeah.
And on a given weekend, like you'll just decide all these different levels, 5'1", 5'5",
Yeah.
5'7", and I climbed with a guy who was he was on one of the premier climbing magazines named Russ Kuhn, hanging off with one hand, one of those dudes. You know?
Awesome.
It's like,
Take
and
a picture.
I said to him, I said, listen, if I was going with a buddy of mine and him, and they were really close friends, this was like a real downer. You know, because we're not of your level. We're not
Right.
even close. Because no, this is social. This is great. I just
Perfect.
love being out here. You know,
That's it.
and so, but I would only climb with a skill.
Yeah.
Like you got to be doing this for a long time.
For sure.
And do it a lot. Really good. But
Kind of like skydiving.
yeah, yeah. Guy I went with was, I think he was in his 70s, and he like had a body, physique, and the abilities, but incredible, just the weight. And he goes, I'm going to get you to go up and then out and then up again. I said, what? And he did.
And you
You
did
know,
it.
yeah, he did it by just coaching around. So
Perfect.
all of these things that give you adrenaline,
Yes.
get all those natural, drugs in your body going.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah, your serotonin levels
oxytocin,
through the
yeah.
roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
serotonin, all that. It's just really wonderful.
Yeah, I like that you actually say those activities are something that makes you feel great too. Because I seen the way you were eating last night, and I thought of the last thing, by the way, for the 75 part. Pick a diet and stick to it.
Oh, okay.
So for me, it was no bread, no cheese.
yeah,
That's exactly why you saw me.
yeah.
That's
It's the bread and the grains and things like that. If you can knock them away, the cheese especially. I mean, I gave up milk years ago, and just don't.
Yeah,
So,
I give up milk a long time.
Yeah, it's got a lot of bad.
It
They're
does.
not good. So listen, any kind of send off that you would like to, and I want you to give your website.
Okay.
Please,
Sure.
just let us know.
Yeah, it's if you want to support the Impact is Greater Than Influence movement, go to impactstartshere.com. At the time of this very video, I'm actually still building my top 100, and that's going to be 100 people that I'm going to use as a business advisor position. I'm going to be going to them first when I want to figure out what else we can do to serve other people and help them realize the impact that they're making in the world today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Waits. What do you think? So that was awesome, Rodney. God bless you, man.
God
May
bless
God
you,
bless your
brother.
business and
Thank
you and everything.
You too, my friend.
Thank you. Another great show. So glad you guys showed up today for Podcasting Your Global Career. Please check out all the links in the show notes. My coaching link is in there. Let's uncover your purpose and get a discovery session with me. No obligation. What have you been waiting for? I'm your host for Podcasting Your Global Career, James Kevin O'Connor. So until the next time when we meet again, I'll either see you on the socials or I'll see you from the stage.
Ride on, baby, won't you take a ride with me? Ride on, we can untangle all the mystery. If wishes were windows, I'd open one and find that freedom is really a simple state of mind. So ride on, baby, won't you take a ride with me? Ride on, we can untangle all the mystery. Ride on, baby, you and I can find the key. Ride on, we can unlock each other's destiny. taste the breeze of freedom, it's tingling on my tongue. You and I out on the road will stay forever young. We'll stay forever young. So ride on, baby, won't you take a ride with me? Ride on, we can untangle all the mystery. Ride on, baby, you and I can find the key. Ride on, we can unlock each other's destiny. I'll take you places that you've never seen. I'll take you places that you never dreamed. I'll take you places that were pictures in your mind. I'll take you places beyond the reach of time. So ride on, baby, won't you take a ride with me? Ride on, we can untangle all the mystery. Ride on, baby, you and I can find the key. Ride on, we can unlock each other's destiny. So won't you take a ride with me? Come on and take a ride with me. Want you to take